Newcastle United made a powerful statement in the UEFA Champions League as they crushed Union SG with a commanding 4-0 victory, sending a clear message to the rest of Europe. The Magpies not only picked up 3 crucial points but also showed their strength, confidence, and ability to dominate away from home. It was the kind of performance that will be remembered by their supporters for a long time, a night where everything clicked for Eddie Howe's side. From the very first whistle, Newcastle looked sharp and determined, pressing high and controlling possession with authority. Union SG tried to build momentum in front of their home crowd, but the intensity of Newcastle's midfield and the energy of their forwards kept them pinned back. The Premier League side never looked uncomfortable, playing with the swagger of a team that belonged on the European stage. The breakthrough came at just the right moment. After sustained pressure, Newcastle found the back of the net, silencing the Union SG supporters and giving their traveling fans plenty to cheer. It was a goal that set the tone, as Newcastle began to grow in confidence, moving the ball around with ease and exploiting the gaps in the Belgian side's defense. Union SG tried to respond, but they simply couldn't match the pace, strength, and precision of Newcastle's attacking play. Every time the hosts pushed forward, they were met by a rock-solid defensive line, with Newcastle's backline standing tall and preventing any real danger. Nick Pope, when called upon, was alert and decisive, ensuring that the clean sheet never looked in doubt. The second goal was a dagger to the heart of Union SG. Newcastle doubled their advantage with a swift, clinical move that showcased their European ambition. The finish was ruthless, the build-up was smart, and the celebrations were filled with belief. At that point, it felt like the Magpies were not just winning the match but sending a warning to every other team in the competition. As the game moved into the second half, Newcastle refused to sit back. Instead, they pushed harder, pressing Union SG in their own half and turning defense into attack with lightning speed. The Belgian champions were struggling to keep up, and soon Newcastle made it 3, putting the game completely out of reach. By then, it was no longer about the result, it was about the statement being made. The fourth goal was the icing on the cake. It summed up Newcastle's night: relentless, clinical, and unstoppable. Union SG had no answers, no response, and no way back. For Eddie Howe, it was a dream performance, proof that his players could carry their Premier League form onto the Champions League stage. What made the win even more impressive was the balance across the pitch. Every player in black and white played their part. The midfield dominated the tempo, the defense stayed disciplined, and the attack was ruthless. The chemistry and understanding between the players stood out, showing just how much Newcastle have grown as a team. Union SG, despite their efforts, looked out of ideas as the match wore on. Their fans tried to lift them, but Newcastle's dominance drained the energy out of the stadium. It was a lesson in European football for the Belgian side, who came face to face with the quality and power of a resurgent English giant. For Newcastle supporters, this was more than just a victory, it was a celebration of their return to the big stage. After years of waiting, their club is back in the Champions League, not just to participate, but to compete and win convincingly. Nights like this remind the footballing world of Newcastle's history, passion, and ambition for the future. Eddie Howe will take immense pride in the professionalism of his squad. They never got carried away, never lost focus, and finished the match with the same hunger they started with. That mentality is what separates good sides from great ones in Europe, and Newcastle showed they are ready to take on anyone. The 4-0 win lifts Newcastle's confidence and strengthens their position in the group. It also builds momentum heading into their next European challenge, where they will face tougher tests but with the belief that they can handle them. If they continue playing with this intensity, discipline, and ruthlessness, Newcastle could go deep in the competition. In the end, this was not just about goals, but about character. Newcastle United stamped their authority in the Champions League with a performance that combined grit, flair, and clinical finishing. It was a night that will be remembered not only for the scoreline but for the message it carried: Newcastle are back, and they mean business.